We are going to be ranking the top 5 point guards in the 2021 season so far. But here are the rules. We are going to be ranking the players strictly on the 2021 season. So if Steph Curry is averaging 15 points because of injury, he is not going to be on this list. This is only on the 2021 season. Just keep that in mind. The honorable mentions are Jrue Holiday, Steph Curry, Chris Paul, and De'Aaron Fox. And at number 5, we have Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons in the first 2 games of the season is averaging 15 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks on 57% shooting. If he keeps up those numbers, he is without a doubt going to win Defensive Player of the Year. Also, the Philadelphia 76ers are tied for the best record in the NBA. And it's just crazy how a 6'10" point guard can be getting 7 assists. I think he's going to be an all-star. At number 4, we have Damian Lillard. As I said before, we are basing this strictly off of the 2020-21 season. In the 2019-2020 season, I would have put Damian Lillard at 1 or 2. But this season, he is averaging 21, 4, and 8. But I think he is going to get a lot better throughout the season. But he is still the main piece to the Portland Trail Blazers. Some people say that Damian Lillard is going to win the 2021 MVP. I think that's a bit of a stretch, but I think he could still be a 30-point per game scorer on 40% from 3. And the Blazers could get a good seed in the playoffs. Lillard has an all-star caliber shooting guard that recently had one of the best games of his career. That player is CJ McCollum, and he put up 44 points and 8 assists. He also made 9 3-pointers in that game. And the Blazers also have Jusuf Nurkic. He is an amazing 15 and 10 guy, and he is one of the best passing centers in the entire NBA. The Blazers also have really good veteran experience such as Carmelo Anthony. And in my opinion, the Blazers have the best defender in the NBA in Robert Covington. They also have solid role players like Derrick Jones Jr., Enes Kanter, and Harry Giles. Later in the season, Dame can be a top 2 or 3 point guard. But for now, he's going to be 4th just because he's not doing much right now. And at number 3, this might get some people mad, but Russell Westbrook. Alright, the man's 32, but he is playing like a 29 or 30-year-old that isn't in the middle of his prime. This season, he is averaging an absurd 18 points, 13 rebounds, and 14 assists. Come on, those are MVP numbers. He also has Bradley Beal, so there's a good chance the Wizards will make the playoffs. But Bradley Beal is averaging an also absurd 35 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals on 54% from the field. And for now, the Wizards are 0-2. But I think that's because of chemistry stuff. Later in the season, they're going to get used to it. And also, they have Deni Avdija, who has the potential to be a league MVP. And he's only 19 years old. 2 days until he's 20, so happy early birthday, Deni Avdija. I think the Wizards will be a 7th or 8th seed, but Russell Westbrook's stats are just out of this planet. And at number 2, hold on, just this season, only for the first 2 or 3 games of the season, only that, not career-wise, none of that. This season, so far, it's Ja Morant at number 2. Wait, don't flame me just yet. I know he's a second-year player, and I know in 50 games, he's not going to be the second best point guard. But now, 2 or 3 games into the season, he is the second best point guard. Ja Morant had a 44-point game to start off the 2021 season. Ja Morant is averaging 36 points, 3 rebounds, and 8 assists to go along with a steal and a block. On 58% shooting! Come on, that's just out of this world. Okay, 1 steal and 1 block, easily all-NBA defensive team. 36 points, that's the best score in the league. 8 assists, that's one of the best passers in the NBA. And 58% from the field, easily the most efficient point guard. And yes, I know the Memphis Grizzlies are 0-2, but as Morant's stats go down, because they are not going to stay like this, the Grizzlies are going to get better. But hey, the Grizzlies are almost tied to make a playoff spot, so that's why I put him at number 2. And number 1 is Kyrie Irving. It's not because of his stats or his flashy plays. It's because of his leadership and getting his team to wins. Obviously, having Kevin Durant on your team helps, but Kyrie Irving is averaging 32, 5, and 6, which are all NBA numbers. He He is also shooting 62% from the field and 65% from 3. And the Nets are tied to have the best record in the NBA. Unlike Westbrook, who might have better stats than Kyrie Irving, Kyrie actually gets his team to wins. And the Nets have a legitimate shot at winning a title this season. And also, Kyrie Irving is having by far the best season of his career, so I have to give him respect. And by the way, for all of these rankings, they're going to change throughout the season. 𝓗𝓪𝓹 is not going to be the second best point guard for the entire season, and some players might get knocked out of this list, and new players might come into this list. And all of this is in my opinion. These are not factual. We are at the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed. I'm Vrunnn, and that's my take. Peace!